So in Matthew chapter 3 verse 17, it says, "This is my beloved son in whom I am well pleased." So who is telling this to whom? Jesus went into the waters of baptism. He came out. As he came out, the heavens opened up. As the heavens opened up, a voice came from heaven, and the voice said, "This is my beloved son in whom I am well pleased." Right? So whose voice came to whom? The God the Father's voice came to Son. God the Father's voice came to Son. Or it came to Jesus. And what was the voice that came to Jesus? "This is my beloved son in whom I am well pleased." Now come to Matthew chapter 16, 13 to 20.
When Jesus came into the region of Caesarea Philippi,
When Jesus came into the region of Caesarea Philippi,
he asked his disciples, saying,
saying,
"Who do men say that I, the Son of Man, am?"
"Who do men say that I, the Son of Man, am?"
So they said,
Some
say John the Baptist,
say John the Baptist,
some Elijah, and others Jeremiah,
others Jeremiah,
and one of the prophets.
or one of the prophets.
He said to them,
And he said to them,
"But who do you say that I am?"
"But who do you say I am?"
Simon Peter answered and said,
Simon Peter answered and said,
"You are the Christ,
"You are the Christ,
the Son of the living God."
the Son of the living God." So now here we see after that God spoke to Jesus, or a voice came from heaven saying to Jesus, "This is my beloved son in whom I am well pleased." So Jesus already knows who he is. Jesus already knows who he is. So when Jesus is asking Peter, Jesus is not asking Peter, "Who do you men say I am?" to feel good. Do you understand? Yes. Jesus is not asking Peter, मेरे बारे में क्या चाय बंडी पे क्या चल रहा, चर्चा चल रहा, पानी पूरी बंडी पे क्या चर्चा चल रहा, वो क्या हैव मोर केफ करने क्या बात कर रहे, पैराडाइज बिरयानी करने मेरे बारे में क्या बात कर. Jesus is not asking like this for himself to be pumped up. Jesus is very secure on who he is, or else he would not have overcome the first three temptations, because all of them were about identity and activity. What did a tempter tell Jesus? "If you are the Son of God, turn this stone into bread." So Jesus did not get tempted. He overcame. That means what? He knew who he was. Yes. Everybody understood? Yes. Right? He overcame the three temptations. But here, when they came to a region called Caesarea Philippi. Okay, what's the name of the region?
Caesarea Philippi.
What are the two names in this region?
Caesarea and Philippi.
Caesarea and Philippi. So what do you understand? If you remove the A out of Caesarea and the I out of Philippi, what do you get? Caesar and Philip. So Philip was a Caesar who was ruling that region, and because he occupied that region, he named it as Caesarea Philippi now. Just like we are living in a city called अरे जुम वाले सुनते भाई ठीक से बोलो. We are living in a city called
Hyderabad.
We are living in a city called
Hyderabad.
Okay, Hyderabad. So who was ruling? Hyder, King Hyder. Before King Hyder was ruling, what was the name of the city? What was the name of the city? What was the name of the city? Everybody understanding? Bhagyanagar is a very different name. Hyderabad is a very different name. But for the Bhagyanagar to become Hyderabad, a Hyder needed to come. He needed to make all the Bhagyanagar people his slaves. He needed to rule over them, and only then he can turn the Bhagyanagar into Hyderabad. Do you understand? So this name called Caesarea Philippi is not a name of a place in Israel. Do you understand? It's not a name of a place in Israel. But what happened? Just like Hyder came, just like the Nizams came, they occupied Bhagyanagar. They made slaves of people in Bhagyanagar, and they turned the name of Bhagyanagar into Hyderabad. Just like that, the Romans came into Israel. They occupied parts of Israel, and this king, Caesar, whose name was called Philip, he started dominating the area so much. He made a land mafia, he made an agriculture mafia, he made a farm mafia, he made a meat mafia, and now the name of the place is called Caesarea Philippi. In such a place, Jesus is coming to Peter. Okay, there's a reason why only there Jesus is asking him. In such a place, Jesus is coming to Peter and saying, Peter, you have heard so many opinions. And in all these opinions, you have been told that there is something about me. But let me ask you, you tell me, who do you say I am? Who do? You say I am. At that time, Peter says something. Let's read that verse.
Simon Peter answered and said,
Simon Peter answered and said,
You are the Christ,
You are the Christ,
the Son of the living God.
the Son of the living God. Okay, now listen to me. The Father told Jesus, You are my beloved Son in whom I am well pleased. The people are telling about Jesus that he is Jeremiah, Isaiah, Nehemiah, कौन सा की IAS लगा के बोल रहे last में, right? They are telling like this. Now Peter is saying, You are Christ, the Son of the
Living God.
You are Christ, the Son of the
Living God.
Now see what Jesus is telling to Peter, verse 17.
Jesus answered and said to him,
Jesus answered and said unto him,
Blessed are you, Simon Bar-Jonah,
Blessed are you, Simon Bar-Jonah,
for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you,
for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you,
but my Father who is in heaven.
but my Father who is in heaven. Stop there, okay? Now Jesus is saying something. Jesus is saying, I know who I am because God told me I am his beloved Son and he is well pleased in me. And then he's saying, Simon Bar-Jonah means what? Simon, son of Jonah. सबको समझ में आ गया? Right? Now when I say my name is Prem Samuel, what is my dad's name? Very easy, right? Like that. So Jesus is saying, Simon, son of Jonah, okay? Flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father who is in heaven. Okay, now listen to me. Everybody okay? What does Christ mean?
The anointed.
Anointed, right? So God told directly to Jesus, You are my beloved Son. And through Peter, God is saying, You are my anointed Son. Okay? Now,
And I also say to you that,
and I also say, okay, now, because, tell your neighbor, every revelation has a benefit for your manifestation. Without the revelation, there is no manifestation. So hold on to the revelation till you see the manifestation. See, now many people got the revelation, they did not understand till when they should pursue this revelation. So what did Jesus tell to Peter?
And I also say to you,
And I also say to you. Why also? Because this can be only told to those people who have revelation. It cannot be told to those people who do not have revelation. This cannot be made public news.
come on,
This cannot be put on ETV, NTV, Ma TV, Star TV. Right? This can only be told to first those people who received a revelation of my identity. Everybody understanding? Yes. Because only if they understand who I am, they can understand till what extent I will partner with them. If they do not understand who I am, they will think I am a magic man. Right? Now read.
and I also say unto you that you are Peter,
You are Peter,
and on this rock
and on this rock
I will build my church,
I will build my church,
and the gates of Hades
and the gates of Hades
shall not prevail against you.
shall not prevail against you. Okay, now listen to me. Jesus is saying, and I say to you, your name is Peter. Peter means a rock. And on this rock, which rock?
Revelation.
On which rock?
On this
The rock called Revelation. The rock Revelation that Jesus is not only the beloved Son of God, but Jesus is the anointed Son of God. On which revelation? That Jesus is what? The anointed Son of God. On this revelation, I will build my church. So what is Jesus saying? I will build. What he will do? I will build. See, manufacturing can be done in short time, but building takes some time. How many people understand? Creating can be done in a second, but building takes some time. How many understood? Now tell your neighbor, Jesus is building you. Cooperate and allow him to build you. Don't be a stubborn stone, or you will have to shake. See, when you build something, what do? First thing, what do?
foundation.
You will put the foundation and you will dig it up. Why? To put the foundation. Now Jesus is saying, your name, blessed are you, Simon, because Peter, your Bab, did not reveal this to you, but my Baap who is in heaven revealed this to you. So it did not come by Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or by your own intelligence, but it came from the spirit realm where my Father is. You got this revelation. And you are not only Peter the rock, you are also Peter the possessor of this revelation. And because you are Peter the possessor of this revelation, on this revelation I will build my church. Means what? On this foundation I will build my church. Means what? All these questions I asked you was actually to dig, because after digging only I can put the pillar. So now I have dug you with questions, I have put the pillar, and now I am going to start building. Now tell your neighbor, the revelation is only the foundation pillar.
Only the foundation.
You need to cooperate
You need to cooperate
till the building comes up.
till the building comes up.
If you do not cooperate
If you do not cooperate
in the middle,
in the middle,
you will be hanging in the air. You got my point? So Jesus is saying, your name is Peter. Peter means rock. On this revelation, I will build my church. And now, this is the sign. This is the end product. What is the end product? The end product is that the gates of hell, the gates of Hades shall not prevail against it. Means what? Till you have become a building that is sickness proof, till you have become a building that is noise proof, till you have become a building, okay, there's no sound proof because God himself is sound, okay, till you have become a building that is depression proof, till you have become a building that is oppression proof, till you have become a building that is free from demons, till you have become a building that is free from being suspect to corruption, that is free from the winds of the world, which the winds of the world cannot move. Till you have become a building like this, I will keep building.
Yeah, come on.
Tell your neighbor now. Tell your neighbor now. He is still building.
He's still building.
Please cooperate
Please cooperate
till he is done.
till he is done.
Because when he is done,
Because when he is done,
you will be incorruptible,
you will be incorruptible,
you will be indestructible,
you will be indestructible,
and you will be unfading.
you will be unfading.
When he is done,
When he is done,
every kind of corruption
every kind of corruption
in your life
in your life
will be gone away,
will be gone away,
and you will have a coat,
and you will have a coat,
and this coat
and this coat
will prevent
will prevent
the atmosphere of the world,
the atmosphere of
the winds of this world,
the winds of this
the climate of this world,
the climate of this
the seasons of this world
seasons of this
from corrupting you.
from corrupting.
How many people seen this ad? I don't know whether people in Dubai and America have seen this. How many people seen this ad nowadays, especially in the rainy season? You get this ad where there is a special kind of paint. If you paint your walls with this paint, then it what will happen? हाँ एशियन पेंट्स पेंट नहीं जाता नहीं वो कुछ कोट बोलते हैं weather coat right? So how many understood? Right, there's a weather coat paint. So Jesus is telling here, Peter, I am going to build my church, and when I build my church, the church will have a coat. That coat is called hell coat. Means what? Till the time we are built into that kind of church, we should not stop laboring with God. Till the time we are built into that kind of church, we should not start partnering with God. And by when I say church or building, this is an example. Okay, this is an example. We are not talking about church buildings. We are not talking about church auditoriums. Who is the church? You and me are the church. What is the tent? The body, the tabernacle. Your body, my body is the tent, Okay, so Jesus is still building. So for people who don't understand what is COVID, COVID is also a kind of software by which hardwares are dying. That means bodies are dying. Okay, now let's read. After 8 days of these sayings, come.
That he took Peter, John, and James and went up on the mountain to pray.
Okay, now onto the top of the mountain to do what?
To pray.
To do what?
To pray.
Okay, and what should the prayer be? If you read in Matthew chapter 16, when Jesus said, I will build my church. Church is a very bad word, my friend. It's a religious word. I will build my ecclesia. I will build my
Ecclesia.
I will build my
Ecclesia.
I will build my
Ecclesia.
and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Immediately after that, Jesus says one word. He said, whatsoever things heaven declares as legal and legitimate, you shall declare those things legal and legitimate on earth. And whatsoever things heaven declares as illegal and illegitimate, you shall declare those things as illegal and illegitimate on earth. Why did they go to the top of the mountain? And what is the prayer Jesus told to do? He said, look to heaven. Whatever things are legal, approved, legitimate in heaven, decree those things as legal, legitimate and approved on earth. Look to heaven. Whatever things do not exist in heaven, make sure those things do not exist on earth. Why? When you do like that, you will become like the ecclesia, which is quoted as corruption free, which is quoted as destruction free, which is quoted as demon free. How many people understood?